I am surprised that, despite having a Rotten Tomatoes score of 95%, a Netflix science fiction movie has still not been greenlit for a sequel. Instead of merely focusing on one genre, Netflix seems to take a well-rounded approach to expanding its content repository. The streaming giant keeps adding new content from diverse genres to ensure that it is serving a wide range of audience preferences. However, despite the streaming website's best efforts to cater to all tastes and interests, its sci-fi content has always emerged on top. Some of the most viewed movies on Netflix, like Don't Look Up, Bird Box, Leave the World Behind, and The Atom Project, belong to the sci-fi genre. The same pattern can be noticed for TV shows as well, given how Stranger Things is one of Netflix's biggest and most profitable IPs. To expand its sci-fi catalog, Netflix released a compelling sci-fi conspiracy thriller in 2023, which received almost unanimous acclaim from viewers and critics. Yet, despite the acclaim, the film never received a sequel. I'm disappointed They Clone Tyrone still doesn't have a sequel. The movie's ending perfectly set up one. Starring John Boyega, Jamie Foxx, and Teyonah Parris as its leads, They Clone Tyrone walks through how an unlikely trio, Fontaine, Slick Charles, and Yo-Yo, uncovers an underground government conspiracy in their crime-ridden neighborhood before setting out to expose it. In They Clone Tyrone's ending moments, the three characters finally unravel the secrets of the conspiracy and even expose it with the help of other residents in their neighborhood. However, before the film's credits start rolling, it introduces a twist that confirms the trio has only scratched the surface of what is happening. The movie's ending left me asking for more because it perfectly paved the way for more stories set in the They Clone Tyrone universe. Even from a commercial standpoint, the film seemingly performed well. Despite landing on Netflix on the same day as Barbie and Oppenheimer's theatrical release, They Clone Tyrone topped the streaming charts for the last week of July 2023 via The Wrap. Strangely, however, even though They Clone Tyrone was widely praised by viewers and critics and even performed relatively well on streaming, there is still no word surrounding its sequel. Why They Clone Tyrone 2 has not yet happened. Jewel Taylor never planned to create one. Jamie Foxx in They Clone Tyrone eating lunch with a worried expression on his face. While the real reason behind They Clone Tyrone's lack of a sequel remains largely unknown, it seems like the film's director, Jewel Taylor, was never planning to create one. In an interview, via USA Today, he affirmed that there isn't a 0% chance for the film to get a sequel, but also half-jokingly claimed that the sequel would revolve around the three characters selling pizza. He added that if the sequel ever happens, it would belong to a totally different genre with no explanation. Here is his full statement. Jewel Taylor's comment suggests the sequel was not in the cards when They Clone Tyrone landed on Netflix. Since there have been no recent news updates surrounding the expansion of the first film's narrative with a follow-up, it seems unlikely that the sequel will happen anytime soon. However, it is still hard not to hope that the director will give the sequel a second thought and explore the potential of continuing the story. Given how They Clone Tyrone never leaves a dull moment with its comedy and sci-fi explorations, I am sure even a movie about the film's central trio selling pizzas would have intriguing twists and turns. Even if it shifts genres with the sequel, Jamie Foxx, John Boyega, and Teyonah Parris' brilliant on-screen chemistry will keep me hooked throughout its runtime. Netflix would be wasting the sci-fi movie's potential if a sequel never happened. They Clone Tyrone has the potential to become a successful franchise. Even though many Netflix original sci-fi movies perform well commercially and critically, not all of them have the potential to be expanded into full-fledged franchises. They Clone Tyrone, however, is not one of them. While its primary narrative alone makes room for many more stories, even its subplots brim with political satire that demands more exploration. The film's sense of humor also remains sharp from the beginning to the end, allowing it to not take itself too seriously despite dabbling with some serious themes.